tonight early in this game than they did at practice.
52nd meeting between these two all-time in the preseason. The Chargers are the 49ers' most common preseason opponent in franchise history. And now here comes Justin Herbert, just turned 28 years old, year number 7. He's on his 5th offensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to matter. He's going to complete a lot of footballs, the most completions ever in the history of the NFL through his first 6 years. He is right in his prime. He is every bit of 6'6.5". He's very mobile, has a big, strong arm. He's super tough. He'll be a handful for everybody that plays against him this year.
Great production out of Omarion Hampton, the 22nd pick a couple of years ago, or last year. And the 49ers defense, we're getting to see some guys tonight that we haven't seen yet. Herbert on 3rd down and 2. To Ladd McConkey, and it was great coverage from Diamador Lenore, and it's 4th down.
Outstanding coverage from Diamador Lenore, and that's what we're going to see a lot of this year is those guys matching up, whether it's zone or man. They're going to be hipped up to these wide receivers, and he is right with Ladd McConkey out here to the left. Good rush by Sam Mokuanu, taking out 2 guys. And Demo, he just had to throw that over McConkey's head. Demo was all over that. What do we got back here as a punt return?
This has never happened. Debo Samuel's never returned a punt in the NFL, and that includes that he returned about 4 in college, but he's never been back in the NFL, and he's going to run up and let this bounce, and it's a good decision. Kick sideways. And that is an interesting twist to see Debo Samuel back there, Tim.
Well, I definitely think he's going to be a kick returner, which he's had great success with when the regular season gets here. Maybe that was just to practice fielding a football, which he didn't do. That dropped about 5 cents in front of him. Just let him execute and hopefully finish a good drive with some points.
Marcus Robinson is out in front of Kalon Black, the rookie running back's first carry of his preseason career. Good to see him back after missing a little bit of time with an adductor injury. And a nice run.
And you can see the small cracks he's going to get through. Right to the left of your screen, he's going to start of the tight end. As soon as that defense or that outside backer spun out of Luke Farrell's block, which he thought he had the edge, he bounced to the outside. You saw the vision right there. Kalon Black put his foot in the ground and drive north and south.
A couple of tight ends in the game. It's Farrell that goes in motion. And Purdy gets it out to Debo Samuel, who's hit immediately with his forward progress. He'll be just shy of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Time for our Levi starting lineup of the 49ers offense. And you saw Kalon Black already, Tonjes and Stribling, who we've yet to see tonight. But Carver Willis at left guard's interesting.
Well, I mean, the battle's at left guard. I thought he's battling. There's 3 or 4 guys battling for that left guard spot.
3rd and less than a yard, and Kalon Black picks it up. Won a national championship last year at Indiana. Everybody moved but the ball. And Brendel. And
Black being part of it in terms of the pre-snap penalty.
Black stays in the game at running back. And Purdy's going to throw. And it's behind Debo Samuel and incomplete. And it's 2nd and 15.
Well, I think Brock saw Denzel Perryman, number 6, the inside linebacker, getting right in the throwing lane and just let it sail. You're going to see Debo sitting right in there. He's cutting inside the hash. Watch number 6 get in the throwing lane, and Brock just inaccurate on that one. Not timed up well with Debo Samuel.
Chris O'Leary, the first-year defensive coordinator for the Chargers, 34 years old, who was the safeties coach under Jesse Minter here a couple years ago. Minter off to Baltimore to be the head coach.
And they're going to show a lot of this shell coverage.
Purdy cuts that loose, and it's caught by Dejon Stribling, his first snap of the game. And it's a catch that makes this 3rd down and manageable.
Well, you love that. And this big body, he's going to be able to do a lot of this where he's just basically posting up on defensive backs and on corners. Just going down inside the numbers, turning around, and coming back, driving back to the football. And Brock put it right on him to set up this 3rd and 4.
And he's the middle receiver to the top is Stribling as Debo goes in motion. Stribling had 7 catches for 63 yards against the Titans last week. This is 3rd down. Purdy wants to go back. And Stribling holds on for the 1st down.
Boy, what a strong catch that was. And Brock just ripping it because the blitz was coming right in Brock Purdy's face. And watch, Stribling knows it. He knows he's going to adjust, get out to the side. Going to take a big hit from Tony Jefferson, who loves to hit people. Brock lets it rip. And Stribling just holds on and squeezes that football tight. Well done. Big first down.
A toss. Kalon Black goes firing into the hole for a couple. Kalon Black, who turns 25 in October, a native of Virginia. Well, and you can tell the 49ers love players from Kurt Cignetti's program at Indiana.
Absolutely. All ball, all the time.
Here is Black again, tries to squeeze through, bounces off the man, is able to create another couple yards, and that'll bring up third down about 4.
And they're going to need somebody to supplement. And McCaffrey's never going to want to come off the field. We know that. Comeback player of the year last year, had league high in touches. I think guy 413 touches. But to me, I think when you really look at it, this offense needs a Jordan Mason, someone to be able to spell Christian very productive, and I think Kalon Black and Jordan James are going to be able to do that.
Sincere McCormick has come in at running back. Purdy wants Stribling again, and Stribling has another first down, his third catch of this opening drive for the 49ers.
Well, a couple things on this play. You talk about Sincere McCormick, really good job stepping up and picking up Henley, the blitzer. Stribling just runs the in cut. Shake and bake, good route right there. Brock puts it on him, he goes up and catches it, captures it with his hands. Already off to a nice start.
Back to the ground, Sincere McCormick brought down after no gain. Maybe, no. And it's second down. And okay, Kyle Shanahan said on Tuesday after the joint practice that the tightness that Christian McCaffrey's dealing with is not something that would keep him out of a game if this were a regular season game. And that Christian feels good.
And ironically enough, with all the injuries last year, CMC was a full go for every game, which was awesome.
NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Purdy using his legs and will tuck and get a couple. And it's third down and 7 coming up. Already a couple conversions on this drive.
Fairness by Brock, because they end up splitting it with a twist game inside, which is Brock flushes him out to his left, and then he runs away from Bud Dupree and able to get a couple of yards.
Anytime you have the number 13 out there without number 71 at left tackle, it's something, everybody, you hold your breath just a little bit given how great Trent Williams is.
Showing pressure again. Let's see if they peel out. No, they're coming.
Purdy gets it out fast to Luke Farrell, and it gets knocked away. Broken up by Elijah Molden. And the 49ers, who were pretty good converting on third down, have that drive fizzle out. And it's time.
Molden, but and again, good play by the defense and good execution by the quarterback and the offensive line with all the heat coming.
49ers were pleased with Corliss Waitman's debut last week at punter. Left-footed boot here sends Darius Davis towards the numbers, and it takes the Chargers bounce into the end zone. And we'll see the 49ers defense for the second time tonight when we return to L.A.
Very few twist games or blitzes, and Romello just went inside, destroyed the lead blocker, and made the tackle.
That is thrown complete to Brennan Thompson, receiver who's really impressed for the Chargers, the rookie from Mississippi State who led the SEC in receiving.
No, he's got heat now. Watching him in practice the other day, Guy, and you were there. I mean, he is a that looked like a hold over there on Alfred Collins, who won coming inside, and he just grabbed him around the waist. But yeah, that Thompson can absolutely fly, their 4th round pick.
One of the big pieces of news from Tuesday was that the starting center for the Chargers, Tyler Biadasz, injured his ACL. He was part of the offseason that was focused on fortifying the inside of that offensive line as Lance checks that down to Mitchell. And so the rookie Jake Slaughter, who was their 2nd-round pick, projects now to potentially be the starting center.
Watch 92, Odiggy Zua come around Alfred Collins right there and just slipped that center and got right in the backfield. Remember Keenan Mitchell, this guy from Baltimore, all the juice that he had for the Ravens. He had a catastrophic knee injury. Judge got his juice back as well.
Play action for Lance on the move, and that is complete to Keandre Lambert-Smith. For Trey Lance, who, of course, was injured back in Game 2 of 2022, started 4 games in 2 years for the 49ers after being the 3rd overall pick in 21, and then was traded away. Went to Dallas a couple of years ago. This is his 2nd year here with the Chargers.
And unfortunately for him, remember, he got his opportunity and then not long after broke his ankle against the Seattle Seahawks. Felt awful for him.
There is a Diggy Zua inside. He has been in the backfield on every snap to slow that play down. And now it's 3rd down and a couple. Wow.
They're moving and twisting the front, and the Chargers saw none of this the other day in practice. So they slam everybody down and then let Osa Diggy-Zua come around, and he'll be upset that he didn't make that tackle in the backfield. And again, it was very vanilla being called by Raheem Morris. Mike McDaniel, his offense was 49er defense in practice.
Brock Purdy this week called Osa Diggy-Zua, in his words, the most slept-on player he thinks in the league.
I think he's going to be a huge shot in the arm for this 49er defense this year.
There he is pushing the pocket again as Lance cuts this loose down the sideline, and Thompson can't get to it. Coverage from Renardo Green.
Well, you can see that juice from Thompson because he had Renardo Green beat out on the perimeter and was able to get separation. Then Renardo was playing catch-up. Ball just a little bit overthrown over his shoulder. And a good job by Renardo catching up and having an impact on that play.
Debo back there again. He waved his arm for a fair catch, but let it fall the last time. And here comes another.
Oh, he's returning this one.
They waved that arm. Yep.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And he caught it clean. He's never done that.
Mission accomplished. And on time. Also saw a little mobility as he scrambled and got out of bounds over on the 49er sideline. So all in all, good for Brock.
And now the 2026 preseason debut for Mac Jones in at quarterback. And it's Kalon Black getting another carry. Boy, he hits the hole hard.
Well, they need to block that safety. And I think it's DeJon Stribling that's supposed to block him. And Kalon might be hit his helmet on the goalpost going the other way. You can see, I think Strib's here. If he goes down in here, but I think he ends up bubbling out and then trying to locate the guy he's supposed to block and unable to pick him up. Those are the nuances of the running game that are very detailed and certainly will get better with game planning week to week.
Jordan Watkins on the field. Black makes the first man miss and does well just to get back to the line of scrimmage, or at least near it. And it's now 3rd down. Niners were 3 of 4 on 3rd down on the opening series.
Well, he made Randolph miss, who just blasted inside of Brandon Parker on an inside stunt. And a good job by Kalon Black not giving up the TFL right there. Keeping him in a 3rd medium here.
DeJon Stribling was the ticket on 3rd down on the opening series. He's lined up at the bottom. Now goes in motion to the bottom of the screen. Pressure around Mac Jones. He cuts that loose, and Stribling is free over the middle for another conversion.
What an absolute laser from Mac Jones. I mean, he hits his back foot in this tight window to the inside. Look at that window in between the corner and the safety, Tony Jefferson, who's coming over the top. Mac knows where he's going and just drives it right to Stribling. That is a big-time throw. Good catch. Nice first down.
And now play action. Jones turns quickly. There's Luke Farrell. He's got another 49er first down.
No. I mean, I know a lot of guys that had him right up there as the best receiver in the draft. And just with that body type, and he did bounce around 3 different colleges, production at all of them, but what a great kid. Super hard worker and super talented physically.
Kalon Black runs up the back of it. Offensive lineman bounces off and keeps going forward. Another strong run for the rookie.
Well, I told you, he will pick him up and put him down, and he ends up running right into the back of right here to the left, right behind Carver Willis. They're trying to evaluate him, too, the rookie. They bring pressure inside. They pick it up. They twist. He runs right into the back of Drake Nugent and just keeps pumping those pistons, those feet. Nice positive gain of about 8 yards.
Back to him, running hard. He's got a block from Stribling. And into the second level and a first down for the 49ers. Back-to-back big runs for Kalon Black.
I love the way this guy runs. And again, he's gonna see color flash in the backfield because they're slanting up in front of him. The offensive line does a good job of washing everybody down the line of scrimmage. He sees the crease, cuts back against, obviously on the tackle, but another good run by him.
Sincere McCormick replaces him at running back. Mac Jones steps up, wants dribbling towards the end zone, and he can't bring it down. Oh, what a throw.
What a great throw from Mac Jones. He's going to look left. He's waiting for Stribling for this thing to develop. Good job of him stepping up in the pocket. He goes right by Dean Leonard, rips it over his head, and Strib just didn't hang on to it.
One of the heroes, so many heroes last year, but even near the top of the list, went 5-3 as a starter. Here's McCormick, good run, spins, steps out, and gets brought down by the third man. And the game that Mac Jones played in this building on Thursday night against the Rams last year goes down as one of the most heroic moments of the 2025
the banana
season. The 42 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 11 bananas. We thought he was laid out at one point in that game. Dealt with major cramping, took huge hits.
I'll tell you what, his 5-3 in those 8 games, obviously huge for the 49ers at finishing where they did. He was awesome.
Steps up, slides down.
That's not his forte, although he will run a little bit. Didn't like what he saw down the field.
And speaking of heroes of that Thursday night game, here comes Eddie Pinheiro. He was great that night as well. We're just about to the end of the first quarter.
Once again for John Lynch.
Now here's Eddie Pinheiro to start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. Right down the middle. Didn't even need to graze the upright like he did in overtime here. Kicking it that direction against the Vidal. Going to take this right at the 1-yard line. Good kick from Pinheiro and a return that brings that to about the 26-yard line. So we saw Herbert for one series. It's on the defensive line along with Romello Height.
And Renardo Green is out, so Jack Jones is out there playing left corner.
Play action for Lance. Okwuonu giving chase. Lance back across his body, and that is complete to Oronde Gadsden, the second.
Tell you what, Garrett Wallow just showed up with some bad intentions right there. Going down on what the 49ers like to call the kill zone, those short passes. And let it take its toll over the course of 4 quarters.
Gregory and Martin in there, and at linebacker, and there is Wallow showing up again. Another tackle for him to prevent a first down. It's now 3rd and short.
I'll tell you what, this is a big hole he's got to fill too, because Alfred Collins ends up getting kind of out leveraged by the offensive lineman when he got an opportunity in Philadelphia last year in the playoffs and was outstanding against that offense.
Upton Stout has come into the game now. The 49ers take a linebacker off the field on 3rd and short, and Lance goes to the sideline and to the back. It is complete. Keaton Mitchell with the conversion. Wallow was trailing, but a flag is down on the other side of the field, way back at the 35-yard line.
Illegal formation offense. Number 86 was covered up. Another eligible receiver. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
Jim Harbaugh not happy, but Garrett Wallow at signing plays and how he relates to players, it's really something to watch.
So instead of the first down, it's 3rd down again for Lance, and that is off the hands of Keandre Lambert-Smith. So another punt here for J.K. Scott.
You know, Jacob Cowing back there.
Replacing Deebo Samuel. Cowing battling to prove he's got a place on this roster, mostly stay healthy. He has been the most reliable punt catcher in practice, but he's got to stay on the field. He catches that clean, and the 49ers offense is coming back out.
I actually have before.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Hey, welcome to the Bay Area. I know you left the humidity of the other Bay Area behind, but how about the sticker shock to the cost of living here? You used to that and running routes and making plays.
Oh, we got a great group. We got a lot to prove this year. That we're one of the best receiver groups in the world. A lot of different personalities. It keeps it fun.
Kyle Shanahan, when you meet with him, you've been to the mountaintop. You've been enjoying the view. I mean, how do you keep it fresh, and what's next for you?
I'm never satisfied. I've been blessed with a talent and a gift to play this game. It's been my dream since I was a child, and I don't take it for granted. And there's still things I want to accomplish in this sport.
One more for me. Stribbling tonight.
Yeah.
Making plays, especially on third down. Break his game down. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, back upstairs.
How fun's it been watching him in practice?
Yeah, awesome, and I think he will get open. He's always open 4 feet over his head at that height. Just throw it up, he's going to go get it. He's a future Hall of Famer.
What a great punt from Corliss Waitman. There's not much that can be done with that. Good coverage from the 49ers. Keandre Lambert-Smith takes it out, and the 49ers defense.
49ers than Jim is with the LA Chargers, but Jim is a very good head football coach, keeping everybody on point.
Trey Lance over the middle, complete. A flag down on the other side of the field as Gadsden made that catch. We'll check on the penalty again. This is the beginning of the drive for the Chargers. The only scoring an Eddie Pinheiro 48-yard field goal tonight.
And I've known Jim a long time. We met him in 1990. We were teammates in Chicago.
Offense. Number 84-12. Both didn't get reset. That's a 5-yard penalty replay. First down.
And
First down and 15 after the penalty for the Chargers.
good job by Quentin Bell right there on Vidal, coming back inside, falling off and playing his gap of responsibility. We got an injury on the field. The Charger second offensive lineman is down. Michael Williams, and his health update is if he's going to be ready to start the season or not, or start on PUP. I don't know where that's going, but certainly a roster spot available. Possibly out there at defensive end with Quentin Bell and Obo Okoronkwo, and both of those guys are on the field right now. And Bell has got heat now. That guy runs 4.4. He flies.
We'll take a timeout during this injury and be back.
Ready. First with Arizona and then the Seahawks.
Bryson Taylor was the injured right guard on that last play. He was able to walk off the field during the break. So here's Trey Lance now with plenty of time and dots that throw onto the back shoulder, but Gadsden unable to pull it in with Duggar in coverage.
And with everybody playing multiple tight ends in pro football, and this is what they're going to lead it. He is going to play a big role in this defense with plays just like that.
He's got 4.6 speed. Here's Lance checking it down inside to Vidal, and there's Jair Brown to make the tackle. And it's fourth down.
Love that from Jair.
Where does he stand right now?
Well, he's got a chance because this is the skill set the 49ers are looking for. He's got to make the first guy miss as a returner. And certainly he's just got to stay healthy. He's had some bad luck. So didn't happen to him in college. He was an unbelievable or a 10th defensive lineman. And with John Lynch and R.J. Gillen, they will handle all of those decisions. But there's certainly a battle back there.
Trey Lance getting loose. Trey Lance all the way down inside the 10-yard line before a touchdown.
Yeah, when in doubt, tuck and run. Sam Okawanu does a good job. He's up the field, but there is nobody inside. Defensive tackles probably split, opened up a big lane. Everybody else run off in coverage. Trey Lance sees it. When in doubt, foot in the ground and go. You can see he's still got that explosive running ability.
And he's going to hand it off here. The nice tackle made in the backfield by Sam Okawanu.
Nick Martin. Good job by Sam Okawanu there.
Kamani Vidal in the backfield as Lance rolls out and throws complete to the big man Scott Matlock. The fullback is without a doubt a part of this offense. Alec Ingold coming over from Miami with Mike McDaniel as well.
That's the Baltimore blueprint, right? Which John Harbaugh does with his big defensive lineman playing him at fullback. Or another one.
Lance lofts it, and it's broken up. Jack Jones was there in coverage on Gadsden. Or pardon me, that was Keandre Lambert-Smith.
Perfect coverage from Jack Jones right there. And he's not even going to turn and find the football. He's playing the man the whole way on these quick fade routes and does a good job getting up inside and having, I guess, legal contact. Dropping for no catch.
That's called preseason legal.
And he is not afraid of contact. I can promise you that. Jack Jones.
Cameron Dicker on for the attempt. And this game is tied. So good job by the...
You can return it and get shots at these situations in the preseason, the better.
Well, it doesn't count, but everybody just saw what Jacob Cowing just did. That can't hurt him.
Made a guy miss, put on the Jets, and had a nice return.
Opportunity to get the formation right, too. So now Dicker will send it away again. And again, it's Cowing. This one takes him into the end zone where he bobbles it for a moment and then just kneels on it. So, all in all, not terrible for the 49ers to start the game. It was a long one of 12 plays, and it's been Mac Jones ever since. Adrian Martinez, the other quarterback in uniform. Jones leading Jordan Watkins, who comes flashing across the field for the big gain into Chargers territory, down to the 35-yard line.
Well, this is Mac Jones' game right here in terms of anticipating the throws. This is an over route coming all the way from over here. Mac lets that go long before Jordan Watkins is even close to the numbers, knowing the landmark where he was going to put it, and he put it right on the money. But on the face mask of number 17, Jordan Watkins. Good throw.
Here's Sincere McCormick. Good hole. And McCormick bounces it outside. And Sincere McCormick is down on the doorstep.
I'm so happy for him to get a little payoff and get a big explosive run. Since the 49ers got him last year and put him on the practice squad from the Raiders defense. Here he comes. It's going to be the lead coming out this way. Good block by Braden Willis. Really two good blocks. Gets the kick out help on the edge player and then falls back inside to get a seal block. And Sincere McCormick timed it up perfectly and exploded.
Mac Jones.
That's what you don't want.
He was in trouble. Then he put the ball in trouble. And 49ers thankful for the incompletion.
And I know Mac is a gunslinger, but you're already in scoring position deep.
And this running play gets blown up in the backfield. It's now second down. Mentioned on the practice squad for the 49ers last year, and what a great story. It was the fourth practice squad he was on last year, Sincere McCormick.
I think the last time he played, I think, in a real game was with the Raiders, maybe in 2024, and I think he was up maybe 4 or 5 times that year.
Look at that effort, and he pays it off with the touchdown. Sincere McCormick into the end zone for the 49ers.
Well, good. And skips in. Look at the patience here. He's waiting for the sit block, runs into the back of Cruz, the left tackle, and still just able to keep his feet going. Good block by Braden Willis right there, and slips the guy down on near his shoe, checking his shoe size, and then able just to keep those feet going like all good running backs do and get across the goal line.
Pinheiro for the point after, so McCormick set it up with the 37-yard run. Came into the league with the Raiders as an undrafted free agent back in 2022. Here comes Jared Patterson, and he gets clipped, is able to stay on his feet twice. Looked like Ashton Davis might have got him, and he stayed up. Collins remains in the game, one of the defensive tackles for the 49ers. Now Bryson Easton has come into play alongside him. Vidal, and Luder comes over to clean it up after Wallow made the first hit.
I love the flow, and Garrett Wallow again right in the running lane. Is he just going to come flying over the top? And you see Wallow, believe he's right here in the middle playing Mike. So everyone's going to flow as they try to stretch this play and get it outside. Wallow runs the alley. He ends up dripping off the tackle, but Darrell Luder, a really good job there in corner support, cleans it up. And I think Garrett Wallow's found a home here. You see 4 teams there. Just such a big part of what I think Boyer's going to do on special teams.
Well, there's a big hit from Jack Jones, but able to hold on is Lambert Smith. Third down and short.
And then I think with Wallow, I mean, he proved last year when he got an opportunity against Philadelphia in a playoff game, when all the light of him.
Lance.
Here we go again.
And he slides down. A good job by Wallow, who was squaring up to avoid the hit. Flag is down. Chargers have had some penalties in some bad spots tonight.
Illegal formation.
And what a pairing that became. Third down and long. Lance gets it out, but behind. Oh, and a big hit from Ashton Davis.
Well, and Duggar and Jacob Robinson got picked. Someone was out of position there. It looked like Jaden Duggar, the rookie, was telling he's taking those kind of shots over the middle from linebacker.
Another chance for Jacob Cowing. He let the last one go, and it took a Chargers bounce. This one, Cowing wants to try and turn the corner, and he's able to get the edge and the sideline, and Cowing making a splash all the way, and Jacob Cowing is gone. Touchdown 49ers.
I absolutely love that for Jacob Cowing. Again, be around the punter. 6 points. House ball, punt return.
49ers penalized on the celebration. No problem for Eddie Pinheiro, who puts in the extra. John Lynch.
John Lynch, that's right.
You were looking at me.
I thought you were going to say it was me.
It wasn't me.
CTE kicking in right now on live TV. I hope not.
Oh, what a moment. I mean, it's just, you know, the preseason, it's jobs on the line. Lives on the line.
And certainly a punt return.
Well, that's the other part of it. How does he look to you in camp as a receiver?
He always looks good running routes with his quickness and his precision.
Big hit from Wallow.
They just can't block Wallow in the hole. I mean, he's just reading it quick. The defensive linemen are doing a good job in front of him, and he's just running alleys, hitting people.
It's the year to the day when the 49ers traded for Sky Moore. Remember that last year? To try and solidify the special teams, and it worked out. And be very happy to not have to go outside the franchise at the returner. We mentioned Debo was happy because Debo returned, or at least was back for the first 2 punts today, which he's never done in his career. And after that play from Devontae Ross, the speedster, we hit the 2-minute warning with the 49ers leading.
The way he plays the game. Of course, he's #1 with the hair on fire style of play and the way that he plays, and it is all gas, no break.
Lance gets it out to Matlock, a fullback for a couple at second down. And now a little tempo for the Chargers. My favorite part of the story that you haven't told is that apparently one of the coaches showed some old USC film when Romello was there.
And he said, I think that, did you wear a big old neck roll? I said, yeah, that was me. He goes, oh man, that's crazy. You wasn't even born yet.
Lance fires, and the closest man to it was Jack Jones.
I'll tell you what, Jack was playing that route instead of the receiver.
Well, some balls are harder to catch than others. It's third down. 49ers have all 3 of their timeouts. Flag comes down, and Jaden Duggar digs in for a tackle. Niners would love to get it back here and try to run a little 1-minute offense.
Yeah, situational opportunities here. Can't predict in preseason you're going to get
shift. Offense.
Takes a lot of practice.
So 3rd and 12. Lance goes down, and Kyle Shanahan will use the first of his 3 remaining timeouts to stop the clock at 1:07. Of course, in order for the Niners offense to run 1 minute offense, Jacob Kelly has to not return this for a touchdown.
Well, Trey Lance clearly didn't like what he saw there, and I do not think that was a design pump draw. I think he wanted to get rid of the ball, and there's nobody out there for him, so he just took off and made the most of it. Miscommunication. Go right here, I bet you.
Lance throws complete. Wallow makes the stop, and the 49ers will take over with 1:02 and a couple of timeouts and a little more than half the field to go. And Mac Jones will jog back out with an opportunity to add on. Going in the game at receiver at the bottom of the screen. Mac Jones pressured, hit, got it out. Trenton Irwin makes the catch, stays on his feet, but a short gain. And the clock is rolling towards 50 seconds.
Still got the 2 timeouts left. Or 2 of 3.
Darryl Hodge comes into the game. Jones steps up, looking for him. Caught over the middle. A first down for the 49ers down to the Charger 35-yard line. And the Niners will take another timeout.
What a dime from Mac Jones.
Interesting. Jones steps into it, cuts it loose. Watkins can't bring it in.
That hit him right in the chest. Up and over the safety. Enrique Cruz is getting beat up.
Good deep balls tonight that weren't caught. Jones steps up again. Again throws it towards the end zone, and this time he and Irwin in different places. And now it's 3rd down. Cowing and Irwin at the bottom of the screen. 4-man rush, quickly to Cowing, and he goes to get down on the left hash. And
Going to be 4th and short.
A second or 2 and then call it.
Good job by Cowing there, just tempoing his route. Came off the ball late, knowing he was just going to run a little.
This is a 30-second timeout.
Little looky stop route right there and try to run after the catch.
Is one of the headlines. This is Watkins who takes that. No Cowing back there this time. And Jordan Watkins gets out across the 20.
Watkins is going to fight for one now. Do you see? I'm taking this from Pollard. He's such a massive human being. I think he's certainly got an opportunity to win that job.
Adrian Martinez, who played the bulk of the game last week, the end of the first half after Rourke was injured, and then all of the second half for the 49ers in the game against Tennessee. Have to catch a ball. It might have been a touchdown and couldn't squeeze it. Braden Willis in there at the tight end playing a little fullback. Braden Willis is everything, right?
He's had a good game and made some good decisions, but been a good blocker in this game tonight.
Zamir White gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. White, who's had...
Well, there was a little miscommunication, not always on the quarterback from some of the young wide receivers, so they're pretty happy with him.
Will Herbert, who was cut and then very quickly re-signed by the 49ers. Cowing can't squeeze that. Kendall Williamson in coverage, but Herbert there in the backfield.
Well, I know one thing.
To Patrick Taylor.
O'Leary, the coordinator, has been heating up the blitz really throughout this game. And remember, back in the day, you didn't blitz in preseason. That went away a long.
Waitman hangs it over to the 30-yard line. And that gets stretched out, but doesn't go a lot anywhere. Devontae Ross, the speedster, in that return. And the Chargers offense.
Kyle Shanahan do offensively. I can't believe it's year 14 for him. He's been to the Pro Bowl 10 times with a tremendous career so far.
DJ Uyunglele into the game for the first time. Tatum Bethune jumping in front of Johnny Pascuzzi. DJU. State, then finished up at Florida State. Throws that to Ross, who quickly gets tackled. Pardon me, that's Darius Davis. DJ Uiagalelei, who was not drafted in the NFL draft, but he was drafted in the 20th round by the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2023.
What a talent. And he looked great at practice. All three of their quarterbacks at practice on Tuesday looked really good.
Mar Johnson is the running back beside Uiagalelei. And that is a nice throw to the sideline to Gaston.
Yeah, you could see the arm power on that one to the tight end, who's just going to run a corner route, and DJU just absolutely rips it. Again, some miscommunication and coverage out there between Luter and Tatum Bethune and Ashton Davis, because they just let Gatson turn free on the corner route. Davis tries to pick up a coverage standpoint. They wanted to be a little cleaner than that. Someone had a little error on that play.
Uiagalelei throws it off balance and well behind Darius Davis. He threw that off one leg and missed badly.
Tight split, and he just runs by Darrell Luter and then cuts back to the inside, and you see that separation. Obviously a better throw. That's it.
Was Kyle Juszczyk be the first American football player to have his name chanted down under? True. Oh, good tackle out on the edge by Jacob Robinson.
Yeah, really good job by Jacob Robinson, not only making the tackle, but defeating the block and keeping that arm free and making sure he's that force guy from the nickel point. The back's trying to get to him, and he just does a really nice job of playing that and then making the tackle for a loss.
Now 3rd down and 11. You see the numbers there, which is 45 rushing yards for the Chargers tonight.
And 21 of those were at Trey Lance.
Starters got a series for LA, and that is nearly intercepted and knocked away by Jacob Robinson.
I wish he would have made that play, because I think he baited it. I think he slid inside to open that window, knowing DJU was going to come back and throw into that under. Watch him, he'll start to come this way just a little bit. See there, now he's going to flash back to the in cut.
Oh.
Good job by him with his eyes on the quarterback, either showing he was going to come as a pressure or be there for run support, and then flash back out underneath that in cut.
You got to catch the balls off the gun. Turned up to extra high speed to intercept one of these Chargers quarterbacks. They throw it hard.
Heck of a lot of snaps next week against the Raiders to see if he can get on the active roster for the 49ers. Got to get his pads down, though.
Martinez escapes long enough to get the ball out and throw it away. That it's 2nd down.
And I told him, I said, just trust yourself. You are bigger than Dallas. Just get your pads down and trust what you are. And you can see right there, his pads were up, and he was getting skated back to the quarterback. You want to protect that, there's no question about it. There's a lot of room to improve for Enrique Cruz.
Pressure as Martinez throws the interception, and it's a pick 6 for Junior Colson.
And you could put it on Cruz saying you got to block the inside man. I don't know what the call was. I would think with that look they wanted Austin Pleasance to kick out and get underneath the inside rusher. The inside guy came unblocked. Yeah, that one's on Austin Pleasance, who hasn't played a lot of left guard. You see right here? You see he steps down hard to the inside. They go the other way with it.
The Chicago Bears at home, week 17. Filling in after Trent Williams was injured on the first play. The extra point is no good. Here's Jordan Watkins on the return. You think you know?
I don't know, but I'm going to think about it. Pretty good clip, though.
Yes. Adrian Martinez on the move. And Daryl Hodge. They make it third down and shortish.
All going to look different when Kyle Shanahan and his staff start going to work offensively on a game plan.
Khalil Herbert stepping out of a tackle and dragging defenders. A first down for him out across the 40-yard line. Zakel in at right guard for the 49ers. Martinez with a little rollout. That's the nice block from Willis. And we'll flick it out.
Daryl Hodge Will Pauling just got rolled up on with that ball in the air. It'll be legal contact, but either way, you're going to see it right over here. See him get knocked down.
There's no pass interference on the play.
Oh, out of the pocket.
The ball will be deemed uncatchable. Second down.
It's still unnecessary roughness. I mean, whenever quarterbacks out of the pocket, you'll see a lot of two-hand shivering, get guys knocked down for sure. Unnecessary roughness when you're too physical. The ball over the white stripe, so uncatchable.
Herbert is swallowed up, but a flag comes in. Or maybe it's and a flag comes in. Adrian Martinez thinks this is against the Chargers.
Personal foul. Face mask.
And so now into Chargers territory. And a nice run for Zamir White. I've alluded to it earlier, but White's career, he played 4 years with the Raiders, 4th round pick out of Georgia. He was a consensus top 5 running back in the country. Some people had him as the #1 running back in the nation. He was a unanimous top 15 player in the country. He was in that class with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields in 2018, but he tore his right ACL his senior year of high school, and then he tore his left AC scrimmage at Georgia, and obviously battled his way back and has put together an NFL career. What a great story. And got a first down.
And he is a big-bodied guy now and has a lot of push, and he still has gas now if he gets in the open field to be able to take it to the house. But he is running tough right now, and I like the way that Clay Kubiak is calling these inside runs. Nice runs. Let's see if we see another one.
Khalil Herbert in there now.
Again, same thing. Combo and off inside. They got Doug Kramer in there, 58, who is a scrappy center.
Martinez flips that out quickly, and there is Cowing. And Jacob Cowing pushing his way for what should be a first down. Already an 83-yard punt return for at the top of the screen for the 49ers. And Jacob Cowing at the bottom. Owen in motion. Martinez.
Good decision. Everybody covered.
Second down. He's for 33 yards, just running hard. Play clock low. This is Watkins trying to get a block in front from Irwin, and 3 Chargers were there for no gain. And it's third down and 10.
If you can't get the edge, again, it looked like everybody was getting a kick-out block. There was some late help coming. Try to cut that back inside. See, everybody's got him locked up. There was no way he was getting around the edge out there.
Austin Pleasance is down. Part of the 49ers offensive line depth. And we'll step aside.
Spot probably still wide open.
After the injury stoppage, Martinez finds Kadero Hodge, and that is a third down conversion for the 49ers. It'll be first and goal.
I'll tell you, good patience there by Adrian Martinez. Nobody open, and he's sitting back in the pocket, trusting what's in front of him. Does a really good job stepping up in the middle of the...
Sincere McCormick, who has a touchdown, is back in at running back. Martinez fakes it to him, and that is broken up, intended for Braden Willis. And right on top of it was Imani Johnson.
This defense has been all over the keeper game. Everybody just gloved up for the most part. Nowhere for Adrian Martinez to go with the ball. Tried to put it in a great spot.
The 7th rounder, that's pretty good, but he's never had a career touch in the regular season. Here's Sincere McCormick pushing the pile down to the 3-yard line. And it's third down and goal. And Carver Willis, by the way, back in there at left guard.
We'll see, and that's what Cruz can do at left tackle and keeps those feet pumping. He is going to move most people. Low man wins in pro football, especially at the line of scrimmage.
Play clock is low. Martinez just gets it off and gets away and picks up his own fumble and stays on his feet and throws it out of the back of the end zone. To the left of the formation at the bottom of your screen as Willis, the tight end, goes in motion. McCormick is the back. Martinez steps out. Gets away from another defender. Heaves it towards the back of the end zone. Flag is down in the end zone on 4th down. And it is...
They might get a defensive holding
I
here
think
and
you're
get
right.
another shot at it.
I think you're right, Tim.
The LA has been pounded.
Herbert the back. Rucci the tight end in motion. DeGuara the other tight end in the game. Herbert will not be denied. Touchdown 49ers.
And really that was all Herbert because there was 2 defenders in the backfield. They had defeated the blocks at the point of attack. We're working a double team. Cruz comes off. There's 3 defenders there. And Edwards drips right off of the lower body of Khalil Herbert. Trying that arm tackle. Well done.
Christian McCaffrey there for the congratulations. And it'll come as no surprise to anybody watching this at home, but red is the dominant color in the stands tonight.
And
Ed Warner has a headset on down on the sideline. And Fred, we appreciate you making time. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we can't wait to see you back on the field. It's been great to watch you in practice. I think back to the injury last year, how hard you worked to nearly come back for the postseason. But it's great to see you now, and I think the question is, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
in this new defense, Fred. A little different story here in the game versus practice the other day with moving the front a little bit, doing a few different things rather than just sitting there letting the Chargers scheme it up.
Yeah, you know, that's what practice is for, right?
Right.
They call it practice for a reason. So, you know, you take what you can from the film. Right? Man, that was awesome. He needed that. You know, I think, yeah, he definitely needed that after having not had a lot of time in camp, you know, being hurt a little bit. And just for his confidence and our confidence in him on special teams as well, man, you have a dynamic player back there that can make something happen. It opens up a lot of things for another team to have to be aware of.
Fred, talk about some of the young linebackers.
To his advantage in his length, his ability to cover a lot of ground, quick and in a hurry. And, you know, I could go down the line, man. We have a lot of guys who are really hungry. You know, Wallow had a great first half here in this game. He's had a great camp. And all the guys, man, everybody.
This is year 9 for you with the 49ers. Do you anticipate any challenges in trying to not digest it, but just tie the defense together with the new scheme right out of the gate?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the challenge with our hair on fire, the way that we hit people, the way that we attack the football, and we play as a unit. That can never be lost. So we can always play with that.
You know, we got to ask you, it was interesting the last couple of weeks hearing both Marquis Siegel, who was a rookie last year, and Upton Stout, who was a rookie.
You know, we always watch a lot of tape from years past, and of course, you know, Dre was flooded on a lot of clips, and the way that he's played the game, and the phenomenal athlete he is, and his heart for what he does for us. You know, everybody acts like they already know him, even if they haven't met him. So it's so happy to good. So I'm so happy, and it's great to have him back.
We have to help you learn a new defense.
Nobody than Fred. And you know, as he said, there will be some growing pains.
Timeout, Los Angeles.
But the thing that has to be the same is the symmetry. They're connected. The rush, the coverage. And that is where this defense and Raheem Morris will be questing to be sooner rather than later.
Fourth down conversion. Kadarrell Hodge will not go down. As we tick towards the end.
This is the end.
Malik Mustafa hopefully coming back sooner rather than later at safety and getting this defense.
Rightfully shown so many times. The highlight shown so much. That was a 44-yarder. And why not take it up? Super Bowl will be here in this building this year. And how sweet. Third down at 6 coming up. If the 49ers had a beach house, this would be it. We're going to head down to our beach house in L.A. Martinez jumps out of the pocket, and he smells the end zone. A flag comes down. But the result of the play is a touchdown, 49ers.
I think.
Holding defense number 50.
Yep.
That penalty's declined.
Tell you what.
Eddie Pinheiro for the point afterwards. Good to see. You know, Waitman had the kickoff, and you figure you just
turn and hand this to Zamir White. Continue to run behind those interior offensive linemen, in particular to the left side. And they go to the right.
cuts it back. Steps out of a tackle and stumbles forward for 5 yards. Martinez to the end zone for the touchdown. It's Watkins.
He ripped that dart right on the money. Again, another small window throw where he knows by reading the coverage where he wants to go with the ball. Jordan Watkins getting in that window. Looked like two split safeties. They ran Rucci to go. Very accurate, good route, good play.
41 points for the 49ers tonight. There's still a lot of them.
What he's laying down. Big hit right there from Stroman.
And a flag came in at the back of the play.
But I think he's going to be a big addition to the back end to having these guys.
Hall of Famer from the University of Texas. DJ Uiagalelei throws complete. And played his career with the Rams and Oilers and Bucks. But many years with the Rams. And he did battle with Jerry Rice a lot. He's from Lubbock. And he was in a great draft, the 85 draft, became a two-time All-Pro in the NFL. Same draft as Jerry Rice and Bruce Smith and Chris Dolman. First down for the Chargers. And Randall Cunningham and Kevin Green and Herschel Walker.
Wow. What legendary.
12 Pro Bowlers in the top 21 picks. You just don't see that anymore. But in any event, Jerry's career was incredible. And a great one as a coach as well.
Hit stick making another play. Nick Martin in pursuit. Yeah, I love the fact that, and Raheem Morris has been coaching for a long time. He understands what good coaches are in pro football and went out and obviously had Jerry in Atlanta. That defense was pretty darn good. I think he's going to give these guys a good opportunity to play better, tighter coverage this year on the back end.
Tatum Bethune on the tackle. Yeah, Raheem Morris flipped 50 in Australia. Actually, there'll be a few 49ers birthdays in Australia. Mac Jones, his birthday is coming up on September 5th. Good pass for 40.
Yeah, right. Tatum Bethune pulling that trigger, getting in the backfield.
Lifting weights like you're 30 now. That is broken up by Luter.
Good job by Luter just staying with it because that ball was in the receiver's hands. Tatum Bethune was.
So another punt, and this time Will Pauling is back deep, and now a flag and another flag, and the 49ers.
It's like 12 on the field.
Yep.
Men defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
4th and 5 now for the Chargers. Now, it was cool to hear, you asked Fred Warner when he came on with us earlier in the second half about Jacob Cowan. And it's just cool to hear, he knows that punt return for a touchdown tonight, 83 yards. He knows how significant that is, not just for Cowan's career, but really for the team.
Right.
The team needs a reliable and maybe dynamic punt return. You'd start with reliable and you'd happily take dynamic.
But
Connor Colby has come in at left guard now for the 49ers. We saw Austin Pleasance earlier, who left with an injury, and then Carver Willis, who's never played guard in his career, was a career tackle in college, and now Connor Colby has come in.
Well, and I think they probably wanted Connor to be done after the first half. He started at right guard in this game tonight, and I think they've just simply started to run out of guys. And again, the more reps they side in the game against Tennessee, it's just going to take some work.
Martinez sets it up to Herbert, with Colby trying to get to a block out in front, but Herbert's cut down. And it's 3rd and 9.
Continue to improve. He knows how important playing that left guard position is.
Martinez, eyes in the back of his head, is able to escape, and then will just slide down.
Keep the clock going. Smart. 41-9 game.
The hang time has been impressive so far in this preseason for Waitman, and he forces the fair catch. DJ Uiagalelei back at quarterback for the Chargers. And a nice run for LA.
Well, one of the first times in this game they actually got there and they were able to get the corner on the 49ers. One of the few good runs other than the long Trey Lance run in this game.
Uiagalelei on the move, and that's at the feet of his intended receiver, Jaquay Jackson. And now 3rd down and 2. Sebastian Valdez and Bryson
Stud interior player.
Is he?
And Bryson Eason right here now. This guy's a load now. This young rookie also playing on the interior. Got a lot of pop to him.
That's a broken play, and Tatum Bethune takes advantage of it.
One thing Tatum Bethune is now healthy this offseason, cleared for training camp, and he's had a good camp. Continues to get better and better. One thing he's always bringing to the table, though, is his lunchbox, and he's going to be physical.
Pauling back deep. He takes that at the 20, reverses field, and squeezes a few yards out of that punt return. There were, during one of the breaks here a few minutes ago, there were loud boos when the public address announcer told the audience in the stadium that the Raiders won that next week. It'll be interesting to see November 8th who is the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders when they come to Levi Stadium. First time the Raiders have been back.
Yeah, it could be Kirk Cousins or Mendoza, right?
Right. Just got me thinking about it because you mentioned Jackson Dart. It's late in the year with the Giants. Who knows how their season's going? That'll be in December. But that game's not till late November. Okay.
In Mexico City.
In Mexico City. Third down here for Adrian Martinez. Martinez, mighty pocket, stays behind the line of scrimmage and throws an interception. And the Chargers will take over near midfield. Having not scored an offensive touchdown tonight, their lone touchdown was a pick six. After a missed assignment on the block, Larry Worth has come in for the 49ers 47. Could not quite get to the back that time.
Nick Martin looks like he pulled up a little bit, grabbing down at that left hamstring.
Yeah, Larry Worth is weighing a 4.6, 240. But there's Nick, he was kind of limping, trying to get off the field. He was a long way away, and so he just went down to his knee.
You can tell right away. I saw him from up here reaching at that lower left hamstring.
Here in Inglewood.
80 degrees right now. Sitting in here. But you never sweat, Habes. You're good.
Also not doing much. First down run for the Chargers. You consider with the preseason, the trip to Australia, that'll be of course, a Thursday game here, but
over there in terms of the timing, 5:35 here on Thursday night.
And just, I think people know, but just to be clear, that's AM.
Correct.
10:35 AM, and then the Niners will get home on Friday night, Pacific time.
And I think that's part of, the modification of the practice schedule. And Kyle Shanahan wants have these guys with their body clocks as ready to go as he possibly can in Melbourne.
In front of 100,000. That is going to be an awesome environment. A fun week leading up to it. Stroman comes up to make that tackle on Pascuzzi. And that'll be Miami and Arizona and Denver on the three-game homestand. Spent 4 years at Virginia Tech before finishing at Notre Dame. Uiagalelei wants to throw, and Valdez is there to bring him down, but it was Victor Dimukeje, the new Niner, who created that sack and finished it off.
DJU wants to go with the ball right there. Nope, not there. Dimukeje and Sebastian Valdez both keep going, both disengage off their block.
Dimukeje from Baltimore was a sixth-rounder of the Cardinals out of Duke 5 years ago, and that ball is batted and knocked away. Bryson Easton got his hand on it.
This is the 2-minute warning.
Easton. It's under 2 minutes now left in regulation. The other thing, it's not just that Stribling is making plays, and I know he had one tonight that live player, and that's a touchdown.
Oh, Stroman is not going to be happy about that. McMorris misses the tackle, but Stroman is standing there and all of a sudden looking over at the sideline and basically just thought he was down.
Jerron Bradley, the Niners are hoping he was down when touched, but he's
nobody
up.
touched him there, and then you see Stroman's already walking over. He thought he was down. I think he thought McMorris had touched him when he was on the ground, and he ends up spinning out of Patrick McMorris. Yeah, he's clearly up. He spins out of it.
Yeah,
still alive.
For a rookie, perhaps just used to rural college, which is different. Have to be touched down. So now the 2-point, and it's good. 2-point conversion. Evan Svoboda,
that's a good throw
out of
right
Wyoming.
And right